What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more live Aha, and we're going back to their 2003 live album, How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head, and How Can Lucas Sleep With Aha in Her Head? She can't. No one can. But no, this is a very cool live experience so far. Listen to the first few tunes. This is the fourth track. And again, when I started reacting to Homecoming, which, part of people's comments about that was that the way that they did the release, Warner Brothers, it was sort of, they kind of butchered the live experience of the album. I completely appreciate that. But when I started to react to that, people mentioned that, if you are going to listen to a live album or a live performance from the early 2000s, that they, sort of directed my attention for How Can I Sleep with Your Voice in My Head. So once again, shout out to all of you. Shout out to Philip. I'm not going to say the unsung champion of this particular deep dive, because not only has he shared Aha material with me, but so has Han Solo, and I have mentioned both of them. But I really hope that a number of you appreciate the fact that we've been able to go through the Aha experience at this pace and in this volume because of champions of the channel like Philip, like Han Solo. So shout out to all the champions of the channel, shout out to all the friends of the channel, because again, it's not just about being able to listen to the songs, but it's about all the information, perspective, sort of anecdotal experience. I always enjoy hearing about, when people say I first heard this tune at this time in my life, or when I heard this, it was very important to me for this reason. So yeah, I love hearing about lyrics, I love hearing about people's impression of the sonics, but as a historian maybe, and as an anthropologist, I particularly enjoy hearing about sort of people's individual interactions with tunes. So in any case, with all that in mind, we're going to listen to I've Been Losing You from Scoundrel Days, a live performance on, again, the 2003 album, How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head. I love this track. It really is it's in my Aha pantheon. I mentioned before, maybe sitting in the Zeus chair is perhaps Manhattan Skyline, but sitting very close to that chair is I've Been Losing You, not only because I love the sonics, I love Morton singing in this tune, and that is something that as I've listened to it more and more has really stood out to me. But again, this is one of the first cases where I was blown away when I discovered the sort of deeper and frankly darker meaning, which again, there's a line about a gun, but as I heard it the first time, I didn't quite pick up on it. So as I listened to it more, and as people commented after the first reaction, it was like, oh my God, okay, so their lyrics are not, they're not always light, they're not always sort of optimistic or hopeful. There's a darkness, or at least a contrast that they do sometimes. So I was very intrigued by that experience, and as a result, it's one of the reasons that I've come to love this song a great deal. But you're not here to hear me talk. Let's get it. This is Aha. The tune is I've Been Losing You, and it's a live performance from their 2003 album, How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head. Bluesy feel.
There was a rain that washed away those outcomes of your eyes. When you were gone down on the bedside table, I must have realized it wasn't the rain that made a difference. I could have sworn it wasn't me, yet I did it all so cool, almost slowly, late from on the sea. Come on, please now, talk to me, tell me things I could find helpful. How can I stop now? Is there nothing I can do? I've lost my way. I've been losing you.
Not allowed to sing like that when I take a sip, Morton. I could choke, I could die.
I can still hear our screams repeat. Your voice, your answers like a snake. Now a mirror stands half a man. I thought
It doesn't matter how many times I hear those sections,
it wasn't the rain, but I made a difference. There's the drama on, run away. I want the guilt to get
like I'm feeling emotional at the end of the song. Yeah, bottom line, I really love that song. Like the writing for his voice in that one, which again, I remember a couple of you have talked about, like one, I think it was Mags was talking about how Morton can give a tune wings, and also like that writing for his voice was something he had missed when they had sort of gone their separate ways. I completely get that, because again, there are times where like I know what's coming because I've heard this tune now several times, and it still just like transports me when he really pushes it. And like I said, the chorus is just perfectly written, and it's funny because I was like struggling to articulate exactly what I was thinking, which, you know, that doesn't happen all that often. I am quite verbose and loquacious on occasions. But yeah, apparently his voice can apparently leave me dumbstruck and at a loss for words. So yeah, shout out to Morton, shout out to Aha, shout out to this live performance. Again, big ups to the champions of the channel who have enabled us to sort of go through Aha in this way, and to sort of, you know, let this become the musical party that it's become. So basically, big ups to you all. Do let me know what you think of this tune. I will see you next time. Peace.